We had an incredibly exciting Grand Finals Day 1 in Fortnite, and I'm here to tell you all about it before Day 2. Make sure you check out the Destiny Jesus Solo Superstars if you want to become as good as all these players mentioned in the video. You get top tier coaching from some of the players themselves and also the best coaches in the business. That being said, let's get straight into it. In EU today, we had a bit of a smaller Grand Finals in terms of the big names compared to normal, because a lot of the EU players have moved over to NA to compete, and we'll be discussing some of the big names later. However, EU was won out by none other than Vico and Flixi. They won one game out of the 6, and overall they played super consistent, coming inside the top 15 every single game. This team managed to win due to the fact they had more elims. They were a strong elim team. Their placements weren't necessarily the greatest, coming only in the top 9 twice, but their kills rocketed them up to first place. In second place, we had a similar caliber team of Janice and Pixie. They played the game equally as well, and they were only 4 points off Vico and Flixi. They had a very similar playstyle, but they had 2 bad games, so their good games were even better, having a 8 kill 5th, a 5 kill 2nd, a 10 kill 1st, and a 6 kill 3rd. Super impressive from the last 4 games, and that leads us on to our 3rd place. We had Ping and Was in 3rd place. Not a household name, but still a very good team. They played very solid and had a 10 kill win just like the top 2. In 4th, we had Swizzy and Vanyak, pretty close to 3rd honestly. They were the most consistent team of the day with a lot of top 10s here. A 4th and 8th, a 4th, a 2nd and 6th. The kills were slightly lower than Janice, Pixie and Vico and Flixi though, so they find themselves in 4th place. Chap and Teeny find themselves in 5th place with a real mix of games. They had some terrible ones like a 40th and 31st, but also won a game with 8 kills and came 9th with 7 kills. Kaito and Haijo came in 6th. They're actually landing and are contested at the mini dirty docks, so it is a little bit scuffed for them, but when they're making it off spawn they are nailing it, and that's why they are in 6th. In 7th there is Tino and Skio, and in 8th Pablo Wingo and Bevies. In 9th we have a massive surprise with Mustache and Malibuka finding themselves in 9th despite with uncontested Redline Rig. They had 3 bad games and 3 good games, so hopefully tomorrow they can get their act together and get some better games. They're probably struggling on Surge a little bit. And to round off our top 10, Mappy and Kiro. An interesting day on EU with some very underperformers happening as well. We had Queasy and Thomas HD in 41st, which is obviously a massive underperformance from them, and Cami and Seti in 37th. This one, although is an underperformance, isn't quite as surprising as you might think. Cami and Seti's strategy resolved mainly around the plants that were found around the map that regenerated. Yesterday they turned off regeneration, meaning that Cami and Seti's main strategy of farming the plants for Storm Surge is no longer viable, and that is why they're doing so poorly. They managed to scrape into the top 10 one game with a 4 kill 10th place. The rest of their games were mediocre and bad. That being said, EU was super interesting and NA was even better. Yes, we had a train wreck of emotions on NA East today. We ended up with the one and only Clix and Vino in 1st place after day 1. They had a pretty good day, to be honest, and they fully deserved to be up there. They didn't really have a bad game at all and managed to keep a consistent 17th or up the entire time, with their worst being at 4 kills 17th. They had 2 top 4s and overall had a lot of kills, projecting them straight up to the top of the leaderboard. If Clix and Vino keep this form tomorrow, Clix will have his first FNCS title ever, and that is a massive deal. In 2nd place we have Peterbot and Poyo. They started the day off pretty poorly with a 0 kill 35th, and a lot of teams started this way due to the change in the meta. There was a bit of a switch in who was doing well, but they then come back and have a very similar match history to Clix and Vino, having pretty high kills and also pretty high placements across the board bar that first game, meaning they come in 2nd. Peterbot actually had a crazy solo clutch today. He was clutching from before first moving and managed to come 7th in a 2nd game. It was honestly one of the most impressive things I've seen. He took out Booga, Cold, and another top tier pro player, I forgot the name, but incredible stuff from him. In 3rd, Backer and Paz, and they actually got back-to-back wins here. They started off with a 1 kill 10th, then got a 7 kill win, a 7 kill win, and then died off spawn. They then got a 2 kill 11 and a 2 kill 5th. This put them in 3rd place, and back-to-back wins in FNCS will always be super impressive. I don't normally talk about 4th, but Brighton Bolt came 4th with only 5 matches played. They didn't load in to all of their games, Bryce didn't load in, so they didn't have a second game. They got a 6 kill 4th, a 2 kill 9th, a 1 kill 9th, a 1 kill 8th, and a 5 kill win. Pretty impressive for a team that is missing a game. Top 4. We look down at the rest of the leaderboard, we have Aviv and Buga, and this was very important because Buga actually won the first game with Aviv with 9 kills, and this is the 5th anniversary of Buga's legendary win at the World Cup, and he came 5th today. How crazy is that? 5 years for 5th and a 9 kill win, exactly the same as his solo performance. Talk about coincidences, but sometimes the script is just too perfect. Canada and Cooper came 6th, and big surprise considering their drop spot was massively nerfed due to the nerf of the cactuses. Victor V and Paper came 7th, Trashy and Threats at 8th, Batman Booga at 9th, another team that didn't load into the second game, only having 5 games, and the 2 teams that didn't load in are top 10 teams. Pretty crazy. Duke and Sphinx at 10th, and that rounds off the top 10. In 11th we had Muzz and Epic Whale, a relatively new duo, so pretty impressive they've come up this high. In 12th, Rituals and Ree, a big disappointment for them. They wanted to be a lot higher after day 1, but really struggled today. Our EU teams did struggle today as well, with Yapco and Quanti having an incredible start, however ending up in 13th. You can see their start on the screen now. Incredible. They had a 7 kill 2nd and a 4 kill 5th in their first 2 games and were actually 2nd, but then they just fell off a little bit over time. Tayson and Neomzo will be very disappointed with their 15th today, and another massive shock was Acorn and Cold in 19th. We had another EU team, Vortex and Paco in 26th, and 29th we had Kylie and Vert. Mongol and Savage fans, you will also be disappointed today with Mongol and Savage coming in 31st. Bit of a disappointing one from them. They had a lot of issues with Surge, and unlike them, Blaha and Mixon, they had problems off spawn. There was a really funny clip of Blaha just jumping off the mountain by accident. Yeah, not great for grand finals. But Pink and Mero also had a very disappointing day today, coming 40th. We are hoping the EU teams can pull it back a little bit tomorrow, because that is not good placements. Let's be real, guys. So guys, I'm super excited for FNCS Day 2. I hear Clix might be contested, so that should be a great storyline either way. That being said, if you want to support my channel, make sure you go check out the Destiny Jesus Solo Superstars, where you can get coaching from the pros I mentioned in this video, plus a lot more coaches such as Lycoma and Destiny Jesus and Sven himself. I appreciate everyone who picks it up and everyone who subscribes and watches the video next. This one is an absolute banger and is going to help you improve your game, so go check it out. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a beautiful day.